Strategy Battle Gamers around the world, welcome to another Hot Gates Gaming Battle Report for Lord of the Rings Strategy Battle Game. You're of course here with your Hot Gates Gaming host James, and we are filming a battle report for Lord of the Rings Strategy Battle Game, and I am joined by my current partner in crime. We're seeing a lot of each other, aren't we, Ben?
We are indeed, yeah.
We certainly are. It's Benjamin Bowles, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Hot Gates Gaming. So you've been on a couple of battle reports recently, and we're giving you a little bit of practice for an upcoming tournament, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So you are going to
Throne of Chester, yeah.
The Throne of Chester, using the Army Bonus Special rules.
From Throne of Skulls, yeah.
From Throne of Skulls, and that's a 600 point event.
Yep.
Run by Gethin Watkins, who does a great job down in Chester, really marshalling the group, the strategy battle gaming crowd down there, which is awesome. So nothing left to do but to get up, show you the army, show you what we've been playing with, and play out one of the scenarios that you're looking to practice with. Let's do it. So Ben has rolled, and we are going to be playing Contest of Champions, which of course won the scenarios from the recent Throne of Skulls. This is the one where you deploy your leader within 3 inches of the centre, and the rest of your army deploys elsewhere. And as you can see, I have a gorgeously painted Angmar army in front of me at 600 points. We have the Witch King. The Witch King of Angmar is on a horse. He has 3 might, 12 will, and 2 fate, and he's leading 4 orcs with shield and 4 orcs with spear. To the right of that we have the Dreaded Shade, also leading exactly the same, except there's also a Spectre in there. We have got the Barrow Wight in the back, leading exactly the same, also with a Spectre. And then in the far background there, hi Eleanor, we've also got the Shadow Lord and 2 Morgul Knights. That's the Angmar army.
So, first warband is Faramir with 5 warriors of Minas Tirith, 1 with banner and 4 guards of the Fountain Court. Second warband is Beregond, leading 5 warriors of Minas Tirith and 6 guards, Citadel Guard with spear and bow. Third warband is Kirion, leading 5 warriors of Minas Tirith and 6 rangers. And the last warband is Denethor, leading 3 warriors of Minas Tirith, 2 Minas Tirith Knights and 3 Guards of the Fountain Court.
So all of your warriors of Minas Tirith have got shields, and so have your Guards of the Fountain Court, right?
I have, yes.
Fantastic. So there we go. That's the Gondor force. Let's deploy and get this game started. So here's how it's looking after Contest of Champions deployment. So your 2 leaders, and of course I have the Witch King and we have Faramir over there, they have to deploy within 3 inches of the centre, and then their own warband has to deploy within 6 inches of them, but outside of that 3-inch circle, as it were. And as you can see, the Angmar army, as it would do, has bunched together around the Shade and the Shadow Lord and the Barrow Wight and the like, and in the meantime the Gondor army is spread across the table. So we need to roll for turn 1 priority. I'm using these fantastic SBGH. You know what I mean. It's the Ontario guys who've given me these amazing dice, and you're of course using GBHL dice here. So priority turn 1, what do you get? Off the table, that's what you get. I get a 6, and you get a 1. Priority is going to go to me. And I would like to point out as well that my army has mostly been beautifully painted by Generation Shift Matt Davies. Go and check him out. So Faramir is using one of his points of might to call a heroic move, and that is going to be countered by the Shadow Lord back there. So it was Angmar priority on a 1 to 3. It goes to evil, and I believe that goes to good. So it's over to Faramir.
So we're going to roll for Faramir's courage test, charging the Witch King.
So remember, this is a +1 and -1, and you just make it, because he's courage 5, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
He's courage 5, not 6. But you make it anyway, and he is charging in on the Witch King. So he charges in there like so. And you have called with me, so your troops are going to try and follow up. So you're going to measure that out now. So the Shadow Lord of course won't be calling with me because I've got priority anyway, which is fine. As you can see, the Witch King has been mobbed and Ben has put some Warriors of Minas Tirith out to the sides ever so slightly to try and prevent Faramir from being countercharged. But the Shadow Lord, not calling with me, he is going to cast a spell and he is going to be going for Immobilize, which I believe he does on a 3+. So on a 3+, Faramir will be immobilized. We get a two highest. So I am going to spend a point of might, his last point of might, to bump that up to a 3. Ben, you missed that then, buddy. I rolled a 2 highest to immobilize Faramir, but I have used the Shadow Lord's final might point to cast it successfully on a 3. So you've got 2 points of fate, 2 points of will.
I'm going to use both of them.
You're going to use both of them.
Yep.
So you're going to use both of them, and you need a 3 to resist. So don't roll a double 1 here. Final 2 points of might to prevent yourself from being immobilized.
Yeah, gonna go for it.
Yep, so final 2 points of might means that you're not immobilized, but you are out of will, and that will end the Shadow Lord's hooray, and we'll go to Angmar normal movement. So we're jumping in here as I start the Angmar advance. This Spectre here is going to ask this Warrior of Minas Tirith to take a courage test. So he's of course at +1 -1, which means he's courage 3. So what do you get? And you pass it just. And I'm then going to ask my other one to ask this guy to do exactly the same. So courage 3, what do you get? And he loves it as well. So he passes with the 7. So those are my Spectres doing their thing. I'll carry on with Orc movement. So the Orcs have swarmed in. They've all swarmed in, as you can see here. And I've only got one thing left that I can move, and that is going to be the Barrow Wight. Barrow Wight's just going to trundle into that position there. And it's that important, I think, that he's just going to use all 5 of his will to cast this on Faramir. So attempt to paralyse him on a 4+. You have no will to resist.
3+.
4+, isn't it? But anyway, I get a 6. So therefore, Faramir is going to be knocked on the floor and he is going to be paralysed. That's grim. Poor Faramir. Always was going to be coming. Always going to be coming. So he needs to roll a knocked flying thing here. So he's going to take a... Now, I think he might be automatically knocked flying and automatically take a strength 3 hit. But I'm just going to check that now. Yep, so cavalry models that are knocked to the ground automatically get that knocked flying result. So a strength 3 hit will need a 6 to cause a wound on him. And no. It's a 1, but he is now going to be on the floor, paralysed. So the Gondorians have rushed forwards and the lines have been met. As you can see that we do have this battle line raging straight across the board right from the get-go. Kirian and his warband struggling to get across the difficult terrain there. Now we are going to have some shooting because we have the 3 Settler Guard and Beregond here who have all stayed still in order to take pop shots at the Morgul Knights. So we're going to do that now. You haven't moved, so you need 4 pluses. Beregond of course is the purple. What do you get? Prioritising the one in front of course. So you get 2 hits. So starting off just one at a time. Who do you want to do? The normal guy first?
Yeah.
So does it hit the horse or the rider? Hits the horse and needs a 5 to kill the horse. Kills the horse. I'll do Throne Rider in a second. And
Yeah, the one go for...
so do you want to do it so does it get past
Yep.
the guy in front? It doesn't. And does it kill him on a 6? It does kill him. So one after the Throne Rider, one Morgul Knight is going to bite the dust. Here we go, we're in the combat phase and we're going to start things off as follows. Let's go for, first of all, these 4 guys against the Fountain Court there. So in this situation, we've got this guy's going to piercing strike and the guy in front's going to feint, and I've got 2 supports as well. And you've got the 1 Fountain Court there.
Yeah, he's going to be shielding.
He's going to be shielding, so what do you get? So you get 6, which goes down to a 5 because of the shade. So I need a 6 here, and I get a 5, which means that you're going to take it on fight value. So these guys are going to back away, and that's a 1 combat for you. Next up, we've got the 2 orcs, one of which in front is going to be feinting against the Fountain Court guard that's just next to the Witch King there. So you're going to go for it.
Going to fight normally, yep.
Doesn't make any sense, but so that's down to a 3, and I get a 5, and I'm going to take that. So you are going to be trapped. Re-rolling 1s needing 6s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. No. So he is going to live, and I will back away because you were trapped. So next up we've got 3 orcs, all of which are fainting, and the spear supports against a shielding Minas Tirith warrior. What do you get? You get 3, which is down to a 2, and I take it on a 5. Now you are trapped, so I'll roll this twice, but needing 6s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. And they do get a 6 from an orc spear support. So, warrior Minas Tirith bites the dust. Next up, we're going to go for the combat on the far flank, where we've got a fainting orc and his spear support against a shielding, I imagine, warrior Minas Tirith. So what do you get? You get double 6s, which are down to 5s. So a 6 here from the OSBGL dice will be amazing. No, I get a 4, no banner for me. So I am going to back away. And we're going to do the mirror match straight away. So what do you get? Same again. You get 4s, which is down to 3s. And I get a 6, so I'm going to take that. Now you can back away here. So I need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. Oh, and let's see. Stay on the table. Oh, and I get a 4. So you are going to have to back away in that situation, which you have done already. So next up, it's the 2 fountain court there, and it's also a paralysed Faramir on the floor. So you're just going to go for it, aren't you? I've got a spear support to my Witch King. What do you get? You get a 4, which is down to a 3. And I get a 2. I didn't specify which dice was the Witch King, who has might, so I'm going to roll here. On a 1 to 3, the Orc got the 2, and on a 4 to 6, the Witch King got the 2. So the Witch King got the 2, and you got a 4 down to a 3. Down to a 3. So I'll use a point of might to win that fight. So of course, Faramir is trapped on the floor, so I'm just going to go for him. He counts as being trapped, I believe. So here we go. The Witch King is the dark blue dice. Let's do the spear support first. Spear support will need 6s. Nope. And then the Witch King will need 6s as well. And he gets 1. So 1 wound. So what do you get? Are you going to do your fate point? So fate point number 1 fails, and you've got not got any might. Fate point number 2 fails, and he takes a wound. So Faramir down to 1 wound. Eek. So with paralysed, Faramir wouldn't have actually been able to roll a dice there, but he was supported by some buddies, which did help him out a little bit there. But because it's the end of the fight phase, he gets to roll a dice now to see whether he recovers. So on a 6, he recovers.
Watch this.
Annoyingly rolls a 5. Voodoo people. And with that, that is the end of turn 1. So not looking too good for Faramir in Contest of Champions. Let's roll for turn 2 priority. You get a 5. And I get a 4. That means priority is going to go to you. Yep, so the Witch King sensing an opportunity here to perhaps kill Faramir, and of course he regains a point of might in this scenario if he kills a multi-wound model, which Faramir is, and it'd be quite cool if he's the one who kills Faramir as well. So he is calling a heroic move, which takes him down to 1 more might point. So as part of the heroic, all of those orcs have swarmed in, shades repositioned and the like. We've got more orcs trying to stop the rush of the Minas Tirith down on this right flank, on the Gondor right flank, and we're coming in because we have the Spectre here. In fact, we'll do it with this one here. He's just going to move up into that position, and he's going to ask this bannerman to take a courage test. So it's +1 -1, so it's courage 3, and he fails, so I get to move him 6 inches. So whilst we're on the subject of courage tests, of course we've got the banner has failed his, and I made him run over there. But Denethor did fail his courage test at the start of this turn, had to use a point of will to get it up. So although they're +1 courage, of course -1 with the Harbingery will make the difference. So I'm actually now asking this warrior of Minas Tirith to take a courage test using that Spectre there. So still at courage 3, +1 -1. What does he get? He fails, so I'm going to get to move him. Woohoo! So the Spectre has used one of the warriors of Minas Tirith to block off his buddy, so they're going to have to come across the difficult terrain, and with that half movement, not going to be able to get in, which is great. So now we've got the Shadow Lord, who's still part of the heroic, and he is going to be casting Immobilize on Kyrian over there. So needing that 3+, and he gets it on a 5. So are you going to use your 1 point of will?
No, I'm going to leave it.
You're going to leave him immobilised over there?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Lord will carry on his movement, and we will then come back with your normal movement. And there we have it. So Gondorians have rushed forward to plug some of those gaps, seeing if they can get in on that centre where Angmar is looking pretty strong at the moment. In the meantime, Kirian and his boys are trudging through those fields, muddy fields I think, a little bit slowly. There won't be any shooting, so we're going to go straight to the combat phase. So we're going to start off with Fountain Court here, who will hopefully be trapped against the Witch King, against a piercing striking orc, a fainting orc and an orc spear support. So we'll use the bar up. Of course, shields gets a 2 and we get the 6, so we are going to take that. So you are going to be trapped. So the piercing strike goes up by 2, so he's now going to be strength 4, which still needs 6s against your defense 7. So he will roll first. Sorry, needing 6s. Nope. And then we've also got the fainting guy needing 6s, re-rolling 1s. Yay, double 6. So the Fountain Court is going to go down. So it's exactly the same here. We've got fainting and piercing striking orc and the orc support against a shielding Fountain Court. What do you get? You get 6, which goes down to a 5. Oh, I get 3, 6. Nice work. SBGL dice. Brilliant. So we actually take that, and your banner's nowhere near to be able to get that reroll. So you are going to be trapped. Let's see, what does the piercing strike go up to? Goes up by 2. We'll still need 6s. And guess it. So he's going to get you, and the Fountain Court is going to go down. Next up, fainting orc with a support against a shielding warrior minister. What do you get? You get a 5, which is down to a 4. We get a 5, so we are going to take that. You're not trapped on this instance. Re-rolling 1s with the silver dice, needing 6s. No, we don't get it, but you are going to back away 1 inch. So we got a fainting orc and a spear support against, I'm guessing, a fainting warrior minister.
Yeah. Blue one's or the green one's the fainting one.
Yeah. So here we go. So what do you set the bar at? You get a 5, which is down to a 4. Double 6s. Lovely work.
Weighted dice.
Oh, lovely work. So it's 6s regardless here. So I'm going to start off 6s re-rolling 1s on the Fountain Court. Re-rolling the 1. Nope. And then just straight 6s on the Fountain Court. Nope. But you are going to have to back away. Slight bump in the mat here, but we do have the Fountain Court there against a fainting orc with a spear support. And you're shielding. Yeah, good stuff. Fainting with the silver dice here. You get a 6, double 6s, down to 5s. And I get a 6. Ooh, this is the power of a shade. You're not trapped here, so I need 6s all round, re-rolling 1s on silver dice. And a 6 will kill him. That's enough. Another Fountain Court goes down. Brutal turn so far. And around this corner we've got Warrior Minister against a fainting orc with his orc support. You're shielding again. What do you get? You get a 5 down to a 4, and I get a 4, so I am going to lose that one. Aha! He is a fight 3 Warrior Minister. Just assumed fight 4 there, so it's your priority. 1 to 3, this goes to the orcs. Oh, yes it does. Okay. 6s, re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. Re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. Jibba jibba! Oh! It's all about the jibba jibba jibba. So moving up to this flank, we've got a fainting orc and a spear support against a warrior minister who is supported. What do you get? Yeah, you're fainting, of course, with the guy in front. You get a 4, which goes down to a 3. I get a 4, which will be enough to win that. You're not trapped here, but I need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. And I get the 6. Another warrior minister goes down. That's it, so you would have backed away. And then next up, we're going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to piercing strike with the orc in front, who's got a pick. And you're going to, of course, faint with your warrior minister. So what do you get? You set the bar at 5, which is down to a 4. And we get a 3 so far. And we get 3s, so you actually take that. So we're going to back away 1 inch. And I'll tell you what the piercing strike goes down to before you do anything. Piercing strike goes down by 1. So he's now defense 4. So you need 5s, re-rolling 1s on the green dice. So 5s, re-rolling 1s on the green dice.
Ugh.
He lives. Next up, fainting orc with spear support against just a single man. I'm guessing
He's
shielding.
going to be shielding, yeah.
He's shielding, so what do you get? 4 down to a 3. We get a 6, and we're going to take that. He won't be trapped because that warrior minister can move out for him. But before we do that, we will roll. So 6s, re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. Re-rolling the 1. Jibba jib! No. It was worth it, and then you will move them across. And then finally we've got, you are supported here from the side, so we've got a fainting orc against a fainting minister, both with supports. You've of course got the, you get double sixes, but they're down to 5 because of the shade, so OSBGL 6 here. Aja! No. So you do take it. So re-rolling ones on the green dice.
Again, yeah.
Needing 5s. Yay! An orc goes down. An orc goes down. So that's nearly it for the combats, but there's one more, which is of course the Witch King against Paralysed. 1 wound Faramir. Yeah, of course there was nobody else in on that, so I automatically win the fight. I did charge, so I get the +1, so I'm going to have 4 dice here, and I am strength 4. You are defense 7, so I will need a single 6 here that will kill Faramir, and it will gain me a might point back, so because of killing a multi-wound model. I only have 1 point of might, and that won't be enough, I believe. Only have 1 point of might?
Yeah.
I've only got 1 point of might, so unfortunately I have to back away. And unfortunately, Faramir is going to survive. Oh, dearie me. But that's how it's looking. So not looking fantastic for Gondor as things stand. We need to roll for priority.
I need to
you need to see. Yep, so cheers.
Breaking your trees.
Needing a 6 here. Right off the table. Into my mother's. Oh! Yay! Gets the 6. So Faramir is going to get to stand back up. So from catastrophe to eucatastrophe there, to quote Tolkien. Looked like Faramir was dying, and he didn't. Priority. 4. It's going to go to Angmar. And Beregond will be calling a heroic move, so he's out of might. So Beregond's heroic move is trying to take advantage of a little bit of disarray over on this orc left flank. And Denethor's managed to get in as well. He passed his courage test. That has been probably countercharged by the Barrow White behind that tree there, and also the Mongol Knights come around to support. And also over on this side, going back to normal movement, some of the orcs have started moving around and getting themselves in position, bracing for the charge and the like. And we're going to be coming in for a few things here now. First of all, we're going to have the Shadow Lord, who's going to use 3 will to immobilise the Faramir. Of course, that doesn't have any will. So let's see what he gets. And he is going to be immobilised on a 5+. So we're going to carry on with his movement and then come back with the other bits I'll need to do. So this Spectre here is going to ask this Gondorian to take a courage test at +1 -1. So courage 3. Fails it. So he's going to get to move him his full distance. Of course, there's half movement in there. And he is just going to... He's going to move him like that. I'll try and do a bit more blocking, which is always good. And then he's actually going to move up into that position there. And then this Spectre is going to come and he's going to do the same. And he's going to ask this Warrior of Minister to take courage test. So down to courage 3 again. And fails. And he's going to move him to block in that position there. And then he'll just move up. Okay, so that's the Spectres, and I'll carry on with the rest of my normal movement. Here's our battlefield. So Kirian has trying to get his troops across that farmland as much as possible. The Spectre, very cleverly, just moved a couple of both the Spectres moved up some warriors and ministerials to just block and make it hard for you to get into combat this turn. With obviously the smaller force, that makes sense. Just trying to hold you off, really. But this is how it's looking. Your banner's back in the game, as it were, and we're going to go into the combat phase because there's no shooting. And it was my priority. So we'll do that now. So of course, we're going to start off with the trapping opportunities where they are, and we've got a piercing, striking orc with a spear support against a fainting warrior minister with the citadel guard behind. So what do you get? You roll a 2, which is down to a 1. And I get a 3, and I'm going to take that. So you are trapped, and of course the fainting dice here are the silvery blue ones, needing 6s, re-rolling ones on the silvery blue ones. Re-roll the 1, give me that 6, no. So he is going to live, and I will back away in this instance because you were trapped. Next up, we've got piercing, striking orc and spear support against the potentially trapped fountain court here, who is of course going to be shielding. So you roll, and you're going to get you get 4, which is down to a 3. And we get a 3, and you're actually going to take that on fight value. So on that occasion, we're going to back away. Next up, fainting orc against Fainting Warrior, Minas Tirith and Banner, and of course I have a support as well. So which colour's the Banner dice?
The banner dice is going to be the green one.
Green, so that's at -1. Technically -2, yeah. So yeah, so it's actually at 2, so you got 2 highest. So what do we get here? We get a 4, and I'm going to take that. So you can back away here, back away the inch. And we need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. No, and you are going to live. Fainting Warrior Minas Tirith with his Ranger of Gondor against the Fainting Orc and Spear support. What do you get? 4 down to 3. And we get 3. And you are going to take that one on fight value. So we're going to back away. And he's going to go... There we go.
Green one's fainting.
Green one's fainting.
Ones.
Re-rolling the 1, needing the 5. No. Then we do live there. Next up, round the back of Faramir, we have a Shielding Warrior Minas Tirith against 2 Fainting Orcs with their Spear supports. What do you get? You get a 4 down to a 3, and we get a 5, so we're going to take that. You're not trapped though, so re-rolling 1s on the silvery blue dice, needing 6s again. And we are going to get him, so he's going to go down and bite the dust. So we'll come back over this way for Fainting Orc and Spear support against Fainting Warrior Minas Tirith and Citadel Guard support. So what do you get? You roll and you get 5 down to a 4, and we get a 5, so we're going to take that. You're not trapped though, so we need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the silvery blue dice. The 6 on the Spear support gets him anyway, so I'll pick him out there for you. There we go. Warrior Minas Tirith goes down. So we've got Denethor against a Fainting Orc with his Spear support. And Denethor's got 2 attacks. So what do you get?
You can do it.
Denethor gets a 3 down to a 2. And they get a 4, and they are going to take that. So he's not trapped here. He's defense 5.
That's 5.
Defense 5, so needing 5s, re-rolling 1s on the silvery blue. No, nothing there, but he is going to back away an inch, which we'll do now. Next up, the charging Morgul Knight against a shielding, I imagine.
Yep.
Warrior Minas Tirith. You get a 6 down to a 5, and the charging Knight gets a 5. And he is high fight value. He's fight value 4. So you are knocked down. They're strength 3, but the lance is going to give +1, so he's going to need 5s here. And he does. He kills that Warrior of Minas Tirith. So the Gondorians falling heavy at the moment. And then we've got 2 orcs. No fainting here from me because it is an orc spear that you've charged against a fainting Warrior of Minas Tirith with his Fountain Corpse support. What do you get? You roll and you get 4 down to a 3, and we get a 4. So we win. We need 6s, no re-rolling of 1s, just 6s straight up, and we get him. A nice 6 there. Saving the best till last for the Faramir, but we of course do have the Barrow White there. Barrow White against the Warrior Minas Tirith. I think a Barrow White's got 1 attack.
Well, check.
I think it's got 1. We'll roll anyway. I'm not sure what fight value it is. We'll have a look at this in a second. You're going to shield, of course.
Yep. 2.
I get a 2. So we're going to check fight value because of course you will be at -1. So Barrow White is fight value 3. Fight value 3. So it's matched. 1 to 3. This goes to Angmar. It doesn't. It goes to Gondor. So he's defense 7, but you shielded.
I shielded.
So he's going to back away. So here we go. We're hoping for the death of Faramir here. We have a charging Witch King. We have a piercing striking Orc and an Orc spear support against Faramir, who can't shield or anything. Just 1 attack because he's immobilized. What do you get? You get a 6, which is going to be down. Very good. You're going to get a 6, which is going to be down to a 5. Witch King is going to be the silvery blue dice here, and we get a 5, which is enough because your fight value is halved. So you are going to be knocked down, and we need the Witch King to be doing this really. So the Witch King needs 6s across the board, and he does have he has 1 point of might remaining. So a 5 here would be great. Yes, he is going to do that. He's going to spend his final point of might, which he gets back, so no point marking it off. He kills a mighty wound, and he is going to slay Faramir. So the duel, the contest of champions, is effectively over now. It has been coming. It has been coming. So there we go. That's how it's looking. We're going to count up some of the casualties and see where we are on that front. And here we go. Let's roll for the next turn priority. Turn number 3, is it? 4? 4. And it is going to go to you. Here's our battlefield after movement, so you can see the Gondorians are swarming round now, but they did allow the Witch King to get a charge off. Shadow Lord, meanwhile, just did a cheeky immobiliser on the spear supports over there. Might as well, that's, you know, try and weigh things back in my favour. The banner has been charged over here, which could cause a little bit of an issue, but you did manage to get everything that you wanted to charge over on this side. There are a couple of, well, there was one attempt to do the fell light was within them, but you passed that courage test. So with that, we're going to go into the combats, and it was your priority. So it's Ben's priority, and here we go. We're going to be starting off from this end. We have the Barrow White against a
Shielding. Got a Fountain Court.
Shielding down the Fountain Court. Here we go. So what do you get? 6 down to a 5, and I get a 6. I take it. I don't know why I rolled 2 dice there. He's only got 1 attack. On a 4 to 6, it was the 6. It was the 6. Okay, so does he have he targets your courage value?
No, I think it's just normal, isn't it?
Normal. Let's have a little bit of a look. So we're just going to check out, see whether he's got that special rule. You know, I can't remember what it's called. The blade thing. Heroes of Angmar. No, just normal. So he's only strength 2, so he needs 6s by 4s here. So 6s by 4s to wound. No. And he's going to move back. So we'll do the back and away in a sec. Next up, we've got the Morgul Knight who didn't charge with a spear support against the Warrior Ministerial with his support. You're of course fainting.
Yep.
Here we go. So what do you get? You get a 1 highest because of the shade, and we get a 3, and we're going to take that. So we are strength 3 still across the board, so we need 6s here. No, and we get a 5 highest. Again, we'll do the backaways in a second for the filming. So next up, we've got 2 orcs who've got spears, so there's no fainting here, against your Fountain Court and your double 1s. We get 2 out of 1, which is enough to beat you. So needing 6s here to kill the guard of the Fountain Court. No. And of course we'll back away. Fainting Orc with his spear support against Denethor and his spear support. What do you get? You get a 4 down to a 3, and we get a 4. So we take it. Denethor, so I need 5s rerolling 1s on the silver dice. And a 6, so wound on Denethor. Denethor's got 2 wounds.
Yep.
No fate. Next up, one along, we've got a piercing striking orc with his support against a fainting. Oh no, he doesn't have a support because he's in on him. So we've got piercing striking orc, and then there's 2 orc spears.
He's shielding.
And you're going to shield. What do you get? You get a 6 down to a 5, and they get a 6. So they're going to take it. So the piercing strike goes up by 3, so he's now strength 6, and you will be trapped there. So he will need 4s, and he kills you. So Warrior Ministerial goes down. Next one along, we've got a fainting orc with his spear support against the 2 Citadel Guard. What do you get? You get the 3 down to a 2, and I get a 6. Okay, so re-rolling 1s, needing 5s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. Re-rolling the 1, needing 5. No, so you do survive, and we'll back away there. So we're going to move along, and what do you want to do next?
Let's do the banner.
No, save the banner.
Alright, okay.
Because your re-roll could come in useful for other things.
True.
So
Let's do him on him first then.
We've got him on him. It's a 1 versus 1. I'm just going to fight you.
Yeah, I'm going to fight.
You're going to go for it. Okay, here we go. You get a 2 down to a 1, and I get a 5, which is enough to win. Needing a 6 to kill you. No. Next up.
Let's do these guys first. So 2 on.
Yep. So we've got the 2 orcs and the charging Witch King against your Warrior Ministerial.
Who's going to be fainting?
Who's going to be fainting, and his Ranger Spear support. You get 5 down to a 4. So the Witch King is the silver dice, and we get a 5, so we take it. So the Spear supports, first of all, will need, sorry, not Spear supports, you know what I mean. The fainting guys, they will need 6s, re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling the 1s. Nope. And then the Witch King will need 5s. Yep, so the Witch King takes him. I don't know why I did that, because this is contested champion. So yeah, we got a 1 versus 1 here. You're of course not fainting in this situation, nope. So what do you get? You get a 2, which is down to a 1, and I get a 5. So I take that. Needing a 6 here. Whee! Oh. And he goes down. Oh, you got the banner. Oh, mind you, you couldn't beat it.
Couldn't have beaten a 6.
Couldn't have beaten a 6. Mind you, did I get a 6 to win the fight? I don't think I did.
We'll roll for it next time, it's fine.
Okay. Very kind of you. I think we moved on from that anyway, because we did this one here, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, and the Witch King killed that, so he has one on his tally. So do you want to do Kyrian versus that one there, because he'll be trapped? So Kyrian versus the one orc who will shield. What do you get? You get 5 down.
Down to a 4.
5 down to a 4. And I get a 6. So I am going to win. You do have might.
I can't beat the 6. It's always going to be that -1.
How much might have you got?
3.
So you could might it up to a 6. You would need to use 2 of your might.
No, I'm going to leave it.
You're going to leave it?
Yeah.
Good stuff. So you are going to back away. So next up we've got the 2 orcs here, one of which will piercing strike against your...
He's going to shield.
Fountain Court, who will shield. You get a 3, 4 down to a 3, and they get 6 there. That's handy. Piercing strike goes up by 3, so 6. So he'll need 5 still. So 5s on the blue dice and 6s on the green dice. No. So then we move along again. So now we've got the 2 Warriors of Minas Tirith, no support because he's immobilised, against a fainting orc with the guy in front. I'm guessing one of your...
Yeah, one of the guys is going to be fainting.
One will faint, so what do you get? You set the bar at a 5, which goes down to a 4, and they get 3, so you do take that. So they're going to back away an inch, like so. Oops. And
you get 5s.
You get 5s here. Rerolling 1s on the purple, which will kill. So an orc is going to go down. It's the first orc you've killed for a while. Sorry.
Rub it in.
Sorry. Next up we've got Fainting Warrior Minas Tirith against Fainting Orc, both with supports. What do you get? You get a 3 down to a 2. And you get the 6. Needing 6s, re-rolling 1s on the blue dice. But the support is going to kill him anyway. So another Warrior Minas Tirith goes down. Next up we've got the Spectre and a support against the guy who actually failed a courage test, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
But you're going to shield here. And here we go. And I am going to take that because of your -1. So now I do think I hit against courage here with him. So he needs a 4. Yeah, that will kill him. Because you're courage 3.
Yep.
Yeah, +1, -1. And then next up over here, we've got the Warrior Minas Tirith with the Ranger of Gondor support against the Spectre and the Orc. They might as well both faint.
Yeah. He's front guy fainting.
5 down to a 4. And they get a 6. Okay, so again striking against the courage value, the Spectre needs a 4. Nope. And then this fainting one here needs 6s, re-rolling 1s. No. But you are going to back away there. So that is it for all of the combats, we believe. We'll do all of the backing away. That's how it's looking. Not broken yet. I don't think we've killed 11 there. So let's roll for priority for the next turn. And let's see where we're up to. You get a 3. I get a 1, so priority is going to go to you. So the Witch King is going to use his final point of might to call a heroic move. Are you countering?
Okay, I'm going to counter Kyrian.
You're going to counter with Kyrian. Okay, so what's your priority? On a 3 to 6, this goes to you. Sorry, not 3 to 6, on a 4 to 6. But it doesn't, it goes to the Forces of Evil. Here we go, so we've got 3 Gondorians here out on a limb, all 3 of them failing their courage test, in spite of the +1 courage, -1, not making a huge difference, and of course the bodyguard was to Faramir, who is now dead. And on this side it's all blocked up. It's the grind with the shade is always a grim one. You've got to try and find ways of getting round and getting in on that shade, which is tough. It's tough when there's a bubble. As you can see, I have spectred one of those Minas Tirith knights out and out of the way. I did attempt a transfix on Kyrian, who resisted on 6, which was good. There's not going to be any shooting. We're going to go straight into the combat phase. So it was your priority. You get to pick the order.
Okay, so let's start with...
Bearing in mind some of these are in combat and spear support and the like.
So start on that one. So
we're going to start on this one. So we've got a shielding, I'm guessing, Minas Tirith against a fainting orc with a spear support. You get a 6 down to a 5, and I get a 3. So you do win that one. These guys are going to back away an inch, and we move on to the next combat.
Cool. Right, let's do Kyrian.
So we've got Kyrian against 2 fainting, no, 1 fainting, 1 piercing striking. So what do you get? You get double sixes, down to fives though, so 6 here does it for us, but it doesn't. So did piercing strike one of them, so he goes down by 2, so he's now defense 4.
So needing
4's on him and 5's on the other.
Okay, I'll go so in first then.
Yep, need 4's. Nope. And then him again, needing 4's. No. Point of might.
I'll keep it.
You're going to keep your point of might? Okay. So next up.
Let's do this one.
This one, so we've got, so he wasn't in.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was on
yeah.
that one. So we've got this piercing striking orc with a spear support against the warrior ministerial who's fainting and his Ranger of Gondor support. You get a 3 down to a 2. I get 5, so I'm going to take that. So the piercing strike goes up by 1, so he's strength 4, so he needs 5. So 5's on the silver dice and 6's on the green. No, wrong way around. But you do back away. You want to move along to the next one?
Yep.
So next one we've got a fainting orc and a spear support against a ranger.
Fight normally.
As he has to, gets a 1. And we get 3s and we take it. So needing 5s here, re-rolling 1s on the silver. No, 4s won't do it. And he backs away an inch. Next up we've got the Spectre against a ranger and he is spear supported.
So Minister is going to be fainting.
Of course. You get a 2 down to a 1. We get 5s and we take it. We are striking against courage and we're going to go against the the Spectre is going to go against the courage of the warrior ministerial, which is currently 3, so needing 3s. Gets him. And then the spear support will go needing 5s on the ranger. Nope. We're moving along. Next up we've got, I'm guessing he was spear support in there.
Yep.
So we've got a spear support and a warrior ministerial against the Spectre. You get a 4 down to a 3, they get a 2, so you do take it. Spectre's defense 5, so you need 5s. And yes, you do get it. So one of the Spectres is going to go down. And then finally, we've got finally on this side anyway, we've got the fainting orc against the ranger.
It gets 5.
It's a 5, and we get a 2, so you take that. So you
Needing 5s.
needing 5s, and you get the 1. So you're not going to get that one. Next up, the ranger versus the orc. The orc will just go for it. Why not? You get a 1, gets a 4, so he takes it, needing a 5, re-rolling 1s. No. But you do back away. So we do, might as well do that
Yeah.
one.
So he's going to be shielding.
You're going to shield, and we've got the charging Witch King, you get a 3. Charging Witch King gets a 5 and takes it. You're going to be knocked down, but Witch King does need 6s here to kill you. And he doesn't get it, gets a 3 highest. It's a 3 highest. But you are going to be knocked down on your bar. So you might as well do the banner at this point because it doesn't affect anything.
So he was from another combat. So
Absolutely. So I can't feint here because both have got spears. So what do you get?
Fight normally.
So
it's down to 4 because he's got -1.
absolutely. But they only get a 3. So you do win that. So you can strike here. And what do you get? And that won't kill him, you'd have needed a 5. So that's it for the combats on that side. Let's move down this way. So any particular order, or are you just quite happy to move across?
Let's move across.
So moving across, we've got a fainting orc and spear support against 2 citadel guard. You get 3 down to a 2. And I get a 4, so I take that. So needing 5s, re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. Oh, not killing now. Again, we'll do the backaways in a second.
Yep.
Next up we've got, strength. We've just got the 1 citadel guard against a piercing striking orc with his spear support. You get 4 down to a 3, and we get 5s. So you are trapped here. You are trapped. Hey Eleanor. Okay, the piercing strike goes up by 1. So strength for it's 5s anyway. 5s all round. And yep, he's going to be dead. He's going to be dead. And that's the him there. Next one along, fainting orc and spear support against a fountain court guard and his spear support. And you get double 1s. Then we get a 5, so we take it. So needing 6s, re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. No, not good enough. So then we move round to the next one, which is a 2 orcs who both have spears, so no fainting here, against the citadel guard. We get 4 down to a 3, and we get 6. So we'll need 5s here. No, so not killing on this front. but I'm winning the combats. So next up we've got the Morgul Knight who did charge and his spear support. I'll use my lance with a Morgul Knight, of course.
He's going to be shielding.
You're going to shield, so you set the bar and you get a 5 down to a 4. Wow, and they get a 2 highest. But you did shield, so these guys are going to back away. And then coming around here for the final one, we've got a God of the Fountain Court against the Barrow White.
He's going to fight normally.
You're going to fight normally, so you go for it and you get a 2 down to a 1. And they get a 5, so he's going to get you there. And he's only strength 2, so he needs 6s by 4s. No. He would have fainted, but I didn't call it, so never mind. So there we go. That's how it's looking, and you're not broken yet, I don't think.
No.
Not quite broken, so let's roll for clarity. So you get a 4, and I get a 4, and that means it is going to go to me, because you've been getting it, I've been calling it. So there we go. The Battle Rage's on, so the Barrow White charged in on these 2 guys here, just pinning them back. Morgul Knight charged in on the Fountain Court, and again we've just got this grind going on over here, trying to pin back the Citadel Guard and Denethor and Beregond, who are yet to make their way to the action really. Over here, the Witch King charged in on Kyrian, and everything has pretty much been charged. You have moved a couple of your supports around. The Shadow Lord did contemplate using his last point of will, but that seemed a bit stupid, so he actually just moved up, and this Knight of Minas Tirith failed to charge him. So that's how it's looking. Let's go to the combat phase. To start the combat phase, Kyrian's using his second point of might, it's called a Heroic Strike, which is fun. So he's calling that Heroic Strike, but I'm not going to do that one first. We're going to start off with the banner combat. So we've got a Piercing Striking Orc with a Spear support against the banner, which is down to a 4, but it's better than that 3, so he survives. So the Piercing Strike goes down to, so he goes down by 2, so he's down to defense 3, so you need 4s. Hey, and you kill him. So that orc is going to bite the dust. So I'm going to move straight on. I'm going to move to this one here where we've got the 2 orcs, a fainting orc and against a ranger. With spear support, you roll and you get a 6 again. And we get a 4 highest, so you do take that. So needing 5s here to wound. No, unfortunately not. Next up, we're going to go against the Fountain Court on the floor with a fainting orc.
Shielding.
So you're shielding. You get a 4 down to a 3, and I get a 6, so I'm going to take that. So you are trapped, so I need 6s, re-rolling 1s. No. So next up we've got shielding, Warrior Minas Tirith against a fainting orc and support. You get double 6s down to 5s, and I get 4 highest, so you do take that. Next up, Piercing, Striking Orc and support against a shielding Warrior Minas Tirith up on the field. You get 4 down to 3, and I get a 6, so I'm going to take that. So the Piercing Strike goes up to strength, goes up by 1 to strength 4, so he needs 5, support needs 6s. Oh, nothing there, but you do back away an inch, which makes it easier for me to jump on if I attack you next time. Next up we've got Fainting Orc and Spear support against Ranger. Of course, got to fight normally. You get 5 down to a 4, and we get a 4, and you are high fight value, so you do take that. So we will back away, and you don't get it. Next up we've got the Spectre and Spear support against the 2. Spectre might as well faint.
Yeah.
So what do you get? You got 2 guys there.
Oh.
You get 6 anyway. So 6 down to 5s, and we need a 6 here to win this, and we do get it. So the one striking against Ko, it's the same. So he'll need 5s. Needing 5s. Yep. So one ranger goes down. Spear support on the other one needing 5s. Yes. So both rangers go down. I might break you that. Not sure. Next up, we've got a shielding orc against a fainting warrior of Minas Tirith, I imagine, and a ranger of Gondor. So what do you get? You get 6 down to 5, and my shield gets the 5, and you take that on fight value. So I'm going to back away an inch there. You need 5s here. Re-rolling 1s on the
Green one.
On the green dice. Yay! So you do get him. So another orc dies there. So that's it for the flank over on that side. Let's move down here, and we'll just move along. In fact, we'll do the Denethor one first because you've trapped him in there again. Yeah. So we've got a piercing striking orc with a spear support against Denethor and a spear support. You get a 1 highest, and we get the 6. So we take that. You are trapped. The piercing strike goes up by 2. So strength 5.
5. Yep.
Strength 5. So needing 4s on him. 4s. That'll kill Denethor.
Yeah, he's out.
And there we go. So Denethor goes down. Maybe that'll break you. The one this way, Fainting Orc, at spear support against the 2 Citadel Guard. The one closest to the building here. You get 6 down to 5, and we get a 3 highest. So you're going to take that. So we're going to go back, and you need 5s. No. Next one along, we've got a Fainting Orc with his spear support against the Fountain Court and Citadel Guard. You get 5 down to a 4, and we get 5, so we're going to take that. So we need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the purple dice, silver dice, whatever it is. We get a 6, and that's going to kill the Fountain Court. The next one along, we've got the 2 orcs who have spears. They can't do anything against a Fainting Warrior Minas Tirith and his Citadel Guard buddy. What do you get? You get 4 down to a 3 highest, and I get a 3, and you're going to take it on fight value. So you need 5s against him there. Re-rolling 1s on the
green one.
Yay! So you kill the Orc Spearman. So we move around here to this one over here. We've got the Barrow White with a spear support against the Knight who was charged, and also the Warrior Minas Tirith. I'm guessing both of those guys will faint because they've got the Fountain Court involved. So here we go. What do you get? Might as well faint with my guy in front as well. You get 6, and that will be a 6. So you take that on fight value because that's outside of the Shades range. So you're needing 6s against the Barrow White. No, nothing there, not the fainting one. And then we've got the charging Morgul Knight against a shielding.
He's going to be shielding, yep.
Shielding Guard of the Fountain Court. You get a 4 down to 3, and I get, using my lance, a 4. So I take it. So you are going to be knocked down. And I would need 6s, but down to 5s because of the lance. That's enough to kill you. Now, are you broken, my friend?
Count up.
I'm going to count up to see whether he's broken, and then we'll save the final fight of Kyrian versus the Witch King. So the forces of Minas Tirith have just been broken, and we've got the Witch King here against Kyrian. Kyrian, who is heroic striking, goes up to fight value 10. Okay, so I'm going to set the bar for you here, and I'm going to set the bar at a mighty 3 highest.
Okay, so I've got 2 from Kyrian, 1 from the support.
2 from Kyrian, 1 from the support. You need to roll 4 more, and you get it. So the Witch King is going to back away. And what are you going to do?
I'm going to all strikes against the Witch King.
All strikes against the Witch King. So
needing.
So you need 6s by 4s from the support, and you need 6s from Kyrian. No, nothing. But the Witch King does lose a fate point. Not a fate point, a will point, which means that he's got 7 remaining, and that's how it's looking, and you are now broken. You are now broken. So let's roll for the next turn priority. You get a 5, and I get a 5, which means this one is going to go to me. Correction, it's going to bench. Here we go! So most of the Gondorians have run away. Most of them run away, including Kyrian. He failed his courage test, didn't he, Eleanor? He really failed his courage test, didn't he? He did. Eleanor's getting very excited about this here. So 5 more and you are 25%ed and the game will end. So this is how it's looking as we go into the combat phase, because there is no shooting. And it was your priority. So which ones would you like to do first? I guess it doesn't matter too much.
No, let's start with the Barrow White over here.
So we've got a Barrow White and an Orc Spear support versus your 2. You're fainting, of course, with your first guy. I'll faint with the Barrow White. You get a 6 down to a 5 and I get a 6 and I take it. So your strength 2 will go against the defense 6, needing a 6. Nope. And then against the defense 7 from the Orc Spear support will also need a 6. Yes. So the Fountain Court is going to die. So just move along to the next one.
Yep.
So we've got a fainting Orc and his spear who've been charged by the Warrior Minas Tirith, who does have a spear support on Citadel Guard. So here we go, what do you get? You get 4 down to a 3 and we get a 3, and you're going to win that on fight value. So we're going to back away an inch, either way there. And who are you going to prioritise?
I'm going to prioritise the spear guy
Prioritise
first.
the spear first, so needing 5. Nope, and then 5 again. Nope, so he lives. So we move along to the next one. We've got a piercing striking Orc and his spear support against 2 Citadel Guard. What what do you get? You get one highest, and they take you on the 2 because that's how we roll. Piercing strike goes up by 1. So strength 4. So still needing 5s all around here. 5s on the guy, and yeah, done it. So 3 more to 25%. It's him there, buddy. That sounds very different. And then next one over here, we got fainting orc and his spear support against the 2 citadel guard. Here we go. What do you get? You get a 4, which goes down to a 3, and we get a 2. Okay, it's in range over here. So you do take that. So you need 5s. 5s to kill the orc. And
I got one.
And you do. So that orc is going to die. There we go. Over there. And then moving around over here, let's count up these orcs. Break on the sly. We'll move around to this one here. Yeah. So we've got 2 fainting orcs and an orc spear.
Faint. No, not
shield.
shield, sorry. Yeah.
So you're shielding, you get 5 down to a 4, and they get a 6, so they take it. You are trapped, they need 6s. Re-rolling 1s on the green dice, and we'll do this twice. Re-roll the 1, nope, and then we'll do it again. The 6, nope. So you do live, and they are going to back away. Next up, we'll do the, you charged in there, so you do have your lance bonus, but you don't have your charge bonus. I do have a spear support though. You get a 1 and I get a 5, so I'm going to take that. Strength 3, we're just going to go for you, needing 6s both ways, and we don't get it, but you are going to back away. We'll go over here. We've got the Shadow Lord and a spear support. Shadow Lord will pop after this regardless against your guy who did charge in.
Yep.
So what do you get with your lance? You get 4 down to a 3, and we get 2s. So enough for you to take it, so you do knock him down. You did charge with your lance, so you would need 6s and you need 5s. And you get to roll that again. 4 dice and you're knocked down. No, but he pops and disappears anyway. So the Shadow Lord is gone. Over here we have 1 warrior ministerial against 1 orc. The orc
is going to fight normally.
The orc will shield, and the orc bats you away. So you're going to go to there. Then we've got the Spectre and the 1 ranger there. You get a 6, and I get a 3. So you do take that. So a 5 will kill him.
He does it.
So the Spectre goes down. It's a bit of a better round for you this time. And then we've got the orc here who will be fainting, and the 2 orc spearmen against your ranger. What do you get? You get 5 down to a 4, and they get 6s there. So the fainting dice is the blue dice, needing 5s across the board. You do get him. So he's going to go down. And then next up here we've got... I know, it's bad, isn't it? We've got a spear support and a fainting orc against the orc ministers.
He's going to fight normally.
You're going to fight normally. You're going to go for it. He gets the 3 down to a 2. They get a 5 and they take it. So re-rolling 1s, needing 6s. Re-rolling 1s on the silver dice. No. So you do back away there. And then we've just got the charging Witch King. You charged Witch King? You did charge the Witch King, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. No, you charged him.
I charged you, didn't I? So Witch King is the silver dice with a spear support. 3 down to 2. And he takes it on a 4. So you are going to be knocked down. The Witch King will strike and will need 4s. And he kills him. That notches him up to the 3 kills for the max VPs. And does that 25% you? Let's count. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're not 25%, it's the game won't end. So let's roll for priority. You get a 5, you get a 4, and it's going to be courage tests here. So you do have a hero here in Baragon. You want to take a courage test with him. What do you get? Remember, it's +1, -1, 5. That's...
He's not going to do it.
Does he have might or will or anything?
He's got 1 will point actually.
He's got 1 will point?
Yep.
Yep, so he's courage 4, yeah?
Yep.
So he's courage 4, so that's fine. So he's going to pass that. He's going to finish up, and we'll see what's left after these courage tests. So Ben's done his courage tests, and just 2 of your guys ran away. So with that, we're going to crack on with the Angmar movement. So here we go, we're just going to race round. We've got the Barrow White and the Orc versus going for it.
He's going to
You're
go
down
for
to
it.
9, you might as well now, see if you can break me. Okay, here we go. And that's matched. So it was your priority. On a 4 to 6, this goes to you, but on a 1 to 3, it goes to me. It goes to you. So these guys are going to back away. So you need 6s against the Barrow White, and you need 5s against the Orc.
Gonna go against the Orc.
Going against the Orc, gets the 5, and you kill him. So Orc goes down. Moving on over here, we got Beragond and 1 against the Fainting Orc with his spear support. So what do you get? You get a 4 highest, down to 3, and I get 5, so I take it. I'm going to go against the normal, let's just start off. 5s re-rolling, let's go for the support first of all, needing 5s on Citadel Guard. Nope, and then 5s re-rolling 1 on Citadel Guard. Nope. Next up we've got a Piercing Striking Orc and his spear support.
He's going to go for it.
You're going for it. Really goes for it. Gets 2, down to 1, and I get enough. Piercing Strike goes up by 2, so he needs 5, so 5s from him. Nope. And the other guy needs 6s. Nope. And you're going to back away there. And you backed away there as well. Okay, so next up we've got these 2 Orcs against your 2 Citadel Guard. No special strikes here. Nope. You get 5 down to 4, and we get a 5, so we take that. And needing 5s to kill you. Yes, so the Citadel Guard is going to die. Not that it matters too much at this point, apart from the fact of you maybe breaking me. So we've got the Knight of Minas Tirith, who did actually charge in to get his lance bonus, but he doesn't get the +1 attack now because he's been countercharged by the Morgul Knight. So you've got 1 dice, what do you get? 3 down to 2, and we get a 5, so we take it. So the Orc Spearman, first of all, will need a 6. Nope, and needing a 5 from the Morgul Knight. Yes, so the Knight of Minas Tirith has gone down. Oh, over here we've still got 2 here. So we've still got these 2 on him.
Oh yeah.
So Fainting Orc, you get 5 down to 4, and we get a 4 as well. So you take that one. So we're going to back away. You need 5s against either, and you get it. So we kill an Orc there. And then over here we've got the Witch King and 2 Fainting Orcs and 2 spear supports against your.
He's going to go for it.
He's going to go for it. So you get a 6 down to 5. So the Orcs I'll roll first of all. So there's 4 Orcs, relevant Orcs, fainting, etc. They get a 6 and they take it. So you're going to be trapped there. Let's do the 2 fainting Orcs first of all. 6s re-rolling 1s. No, re-rolling 1s. Nope. The spear support Orc. Sorry, the 2 Orcs that have got spears needing 6s straight up. Nope. And then the Witch King, who did charge, needing 5s. No. So he is going to live, but he is on his bum. But he will live to fight another day. So next one we've got over here, versus the Ranger. 2 Orcs versus the Ranger. You roll a 5 down to a 4, and they get a 4, but you take it on 5 value. So a 5 will kill 1. Nope, and he lives. And then the final combat of the whole game, because remember it will end here, we've got a Fainting and a Piercing Striking Orc versus the Warrior Minas Tirith.
He's going to fight.
Going to fight. Off the table. Get a 6.
Gets a 6.
Gets the 6. Down to a 5 because of the shade. And we get a 6 to end your dreams. Piercing Strike goes up by 3. So he will need 4s. 4s from him. Nope. And the other guy needs 6s re-rolling 1s. Re-roll the 1. No. And there we go. That has been our rapid game of Contest of Champions, and in the end it is a victory to the forces of Angmar. I believe they get max VPs here because you are broken, your leader has been killed, and my leader has killed 3 times as many as your leader managed. So thank you very much. Epic handshake from Ben. Let's go into a post-battle BatRep breakdown. There you have it, Angmar versus Gondor. Warriors of Minas Tirith have fallen. Contest of Champions though, we played that at doubles, didn't we?
We did, yep.
We played that at doubles and we enjoyed that. That was we were actually taking on a Gondor horde, a couple of guys who were playing for their first time. How did you find that game, and what would you have done differently, Ben?
Really tough. As you can see, it was a bit of a decimation. I think my deployment was probably a bit of an issue for me from the off. Spreading everybody out, I probably should have kind of clumped everybody a little bit close together, just so that I could have brought my numbers advantage to bear, because obviously you had lower model count than me to begin with.
And I think potentially that charging of Faramir in on turn 1 probably wasn't the wisest thing. In hindsight, my plan was to try and get rid of the Witch King early on, so obviously contest the champions. I thought Faramir is probably a little bit better at combat than the Witch King if I could take him out early on. But obviously that wasn't to be. Obviously with all the casters and things in there, it was just a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, so we have to point out that before this battle report, I did ask you, because you were going up against, you're going to Chester, and I said you can pick anything that you want to go up against, and what do you feel like you would learn the most from playing against? You said that you wanted to play against some magic a little bit more. So I think key ones from my point of view, looking at that, it's little things like knowing that you've got the double spell coming on the first turn. I think you did the right thing calling a heroic move in the first turn to stop the Witch King from charging, stopping the Witch King from being able to cast, so that limits it down to the Barrow White and the Shadow Lord. So I think you did the right thing in that regard, but maybe getting the bodyguarded Fountain Court, who are quite hard to, it's quite hard to kill them. Getting them in, pinning down with him, and then maybe keeping Faramir out of it a little bit until the Witch King is kind of gone or bogged down enough. And then, like you say, spreading your army out and them having to take so long to get through the difficult terrain and the like meant that you couldn't bring your numbers to bear against what was a smaller army, which then benefited very much from it being, straight up 2v2 combats with a shade that immediately swings it. Even though the fight value is not in your favour, it swings it in favour of the Orcs massively. So I hope you felt that was a decent practice game for Chester.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And it was nice to be able to get a recording in. Sorry that some of it might have seemed rushed. Of course, you could hear baby Eleanor in the background at various points, so we have had to look after her as we've been filming this report. But we've had a really good game, haven't we?
Excellent, loved it.
Yeah, we've had a really good game. Hope you guys out there are having a good game, and look forward to seeing you back here again for another Hobbit SBG battle report very soon.